never stop on your journey to success. Every day you make progress, even when you don't think you're making progress, by simply expressing a bit of gratitude, that in itself will reveal to you the amount of progress that you are already making. Daily, life is gonna bless you with fortunes and wonders as to, the amount of progress that your work is bringing about, as to the amount of fruits that the seeds that you have been sowing and watering are allowing you to reap. Like, when I started this whole, this whole journey, this whole awakening, there was much family wise, community wise, but especially personally, body, mind, and spirit, family, community, and financially. The finances at times will take a little longer than all the other aspects if you really, do want what you are creating to be fruitful and to multiply. As the good book says, focus on your body, your mind, and your spirit, because your body, your mind, and your spirit will greatly impact your sphere of influence, meaning your circle, those that are around you, your family, your friends, your community. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to change the world. All you got to do is change yourself, and the world will change right along with you. You know what I'm saying? Once you stop entertaining certain things, those things just begin to fall off. From the food that you put into your body to the entertainment that you allow, to block your vision. From the music that you listen to, you begin to shift all those things, and your consciousness begins to shift, and your energy and your sphere of influence will begin to shift, man. When I started, for example, I wasn't investing, I was wasting, I was spending more than I was putting to the side, and wisely divesting. My brothers wasn't doing none of these things. They didn't have none of these things in mind. My sister likely had, thyroid issues, and and so many other problems familiar wise, as it relates to the other. My grandmother all the way in Dominican Republic was putting down fucking, I don't know how many kinds of different pills to deal with whatever she thought she had. You know what I'm saying? And just one change in one individual can greatly impact the lives of so many. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the individuals that I follow on Instagram, I wouldn't have had the life altering perspective that allowed me to shift my consciousness. If it wasn't for the plants that I consume, the mushrooms, you know what I'm saying, that's not fucking sugar coated, if it wasn't for the mushrooms, and also the knowledge and understanding that I gained throughout the last 2 years before I consumed the mushrooms, I wouldn't be on this path. Like I tell people, I would have never gotten in the ring and been fighting if it wasn't for the magic that those teachers brought into my life. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for that magic, I wouldn't have, wouldn't be the great uncle that I have been to my nieces and nephews. You know what I'm saying? And the great guide that I have been for myself. If it wasn't for the great Master Jesus example through the life that he lived in his 33 years of life, you know what I'm saying, I would not have had a model on which to model my own life upon. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, they want to open up a franchise, and they don't know how to open up a franchise, so they never even have it in mind, so they go work for McDonald's, and they work for McDonald's for 5 or 10 years, and all of a sudden they open up their own little franchise, and they call it whatever the fuck they want to call it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that. There are systems, there are models in life set forth by other individuals that came before us, that did it the right way, that figured out the truth, the way, and they put it into work. And for me, reading about Jesus from another perspective aside from the Bible, it allowed me to, when I did the mushrooms, propel me, just as it has prepared thousands, hundreds of thousands throughout the millennia, into their their life path onto their purpose in life. And you know, going back, you change yourself and you'll change the world around you. And never feel as though what you're doing doesn't matter. Like every day, every moment, with a little bit of gratitude, it will be made apparent to you that what you are doing does have an impact. You know what I'm saying? The more we as individuals don't take things personal, the more we apply these four principles from the four agreements. Take nothing personal, being impeccable with our words, making no assumptions, and always doing our best. All things will continue to work out for the best, as the good book says it. For all things work out for the good of the most high and majestic and almighty God. You know what I'm saying? Everything works out for the best. A forest may burn, but out of that, out of those ashes come out even greater oaks and trees and fruits. So you know what I'm saying? A woman, it's fucked up that it happens a lot, but a woman may be raped. You know what I'm saying? And out of that malice comes the fruit, comes a different fruit, and that seed does not have to grow up to be like that malice that was put into that act. You know what I'm saying? So all things work out for the best. And when this all started 3, 4, 5 years ago, I wasn't investing. My brother wasn't investing. We had more negative in on our account than positive in any other aspect. But now you check out our account, and our accounts may be at zero, but our investing accounts are growing. And that's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Through patience, through persistence, through diligent action, and those things that matter most. You know what I'm saying? By asking for wisdom and daily having gratitude in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Many things will be made apparent to you. The things that matter most, and just being your greatest possible you, and expecting no validation from anybody, and doing everything that you do, doing it with a sense of pride. Like, if you're lifting weights, you're lifting weights like nobody has ever lifted weights before, but you're not giving a fuck about who's lifting weights better than you. You're focusing on you every time. When you're cooking something, you're cooking and you're prepping that meal like nobody has ever prepped it before, with a sense of pride that that it almost seems arrogant that you want to make this thing so good so that somebody can enjoy it in such a way that makes you feel good, but at the same time humbling yourself before everybody. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that anybody at any point in time can supersede your performance, your actions. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, anybody can come in, boom, you think you shot so many shots and you made so many rebounds and so on and so forth, and then somebody out of nowhere a few years later comes and boom, destroys your record. And so it is like that in life. That's why Jesus said, believe in me and you can do greater things than these. You know what I'm saying? You just believe in the man, believe in what he did, believe in what he believed in, which is the same thing that those that came before him believed in, and that so many other people believe in but don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Because they fall prey to the idling of certain images. Yet there are those that never fall prey to the idolship of things, and they do great works. You know what I'm saying? But all you got to do is believe, and also believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't just believe in an external image and not in yourself. And with gratitude, you will manifest a good attitude, and with that good attitude, you will display a great personality, and will manifest a great personal reality for yourself, and your character, like a tree, will continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? That tree right there, for example, is about 13, 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? And we've been living on this block my mother's been living on this block since like '09. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good 12 years. So it all takes time. So be patient, yet diligent. You know what I'm saying? And use your time wisely. All right, family? One love.